Full transparency, Twitter/X is my favorite app. I love going on there. I think it's a perfect place for you to understand the general discourse on most of the topics that you might be interested in. One of the things, though, that I hate about Twitter/X is that there is an insane amount of groupthink, especially when something big in the public consciousness happens and everybody wants to get their joke off. Now, when Roki Sasaki signed with the Dodgers, I think the most prominent response is that he was effectively the KD of Major League Baseball. Like this guy says, by the way, I have zero respect for any player that chooses the Dodgers over anyone else right now. Keep that same energy everyone had for KD. Because this argument is incredibly dishonest. They are not even remotely the same things. Kevin Durant, when he joined the Warriors, was already an MVP, was already one of the best players in the league. And looking back on it, he, LeBron, Steph, they defined this current era of basketball and is easily considered one of the top 15 players of all time conservatively. Sasaki is 23 years old and is most likely going to be a top 25, top 30, top 40 pitcher in Major League Baseball this season. The relative impact that Roki Sasaki is going to have on the Dodgers pales in comparison to what Kevin Durant did to the Warriors and the rest of the NBA. On top of that, Kevin Durant is one of 5 players on the court at any given time, and he can play every single game for every single minute if he wanted to. Roki Sasaki, at best, can play 1 game out of every 6 and is only playing for half of the game because he's not going to be hitting. So when you talk about high-level players joining teams, this is not in the same conversation. Maybe if Juan Soto joined the Dodgers, you can make that claim, and I wouldn't have any argument with that. Juan Soto is one of the best players in the game. If he joined the Dodgers, that would have been a Kevin Durant-like move. For all of you to call Roki Sasaki the Kevin Durant of Major League Baseball is incredibly disingenuous and is very unfair to a player that's just trying to make the best decision for him. Am I saying this as a Dodger fan? Yes, of course. I know that it's going to fall on deaf ears because I'm defending the guy who chose my team. But the Kevin Durant comparison is very lazy and it doesn't even make sense because those two are not in the same stratosphere as far as accomplishments and abilities and impact to winning. And let me remind you, the reason why KD was able to go is that the cap spiked suddenly that year. And instead of the players union voting for that cap spike to be smoothed out over a few years, they wanted it all at once because they are under a salary cap and they want to get the most money that they can at any given moment. Without a salary cap, you avoid that situation. Kevin Durant does not go to the Warriors.